Uh-oh. It seems that you're going about your day-to-day routine when strange things started happening. Don't be afraid. You're not in danger or a danger. You're just psychic. Yes, you heard me. Psychic. Being a psychic is not as scary as you think, so long as you understand the ins and outs of your special condition. By the end of this short PSA, I promise that you will feel comforted knowing that you can return to your day-to-day lives without the need to look over your shoulder. So just grab a seat. Here is Psychics in under 3 minutes. So, what are psychics? The classification of psychics was coined by the North American branch of the United World Summit government in 1922. It was then officially recognised by the UWSG in 1923. Psychics are people with the unique ability to manipulate their own SBR to the wavelength of a URS to produce changes in their immediate environment. Okay, that was a lot of words right there. Let's break this down further. Radiation is the emission or transmission of energy through the space or a material medium in the form of waves or high-speed particles. We humans have an invisible charge of radiation that expands from our bodies. This is known as static background radiation, or SBR for short. SBR is non-iodized radiation that generates from all living things, but is typically harmless in small amounts. SBR is a part of a larger signature of radiation wavelengths called the URS, or the Unique Radiological Signature. A URS is a type of radiation wavelength that has a unique effect on our natural world. We found that certain natural isotopes have a URS that produces convenient, safe, and clean energy for sustainable life. As such, the company Radcore has produced rad cells to harness the power of these isotopes in controlled ways. But what does this have to do with psychics? Psychics are able to manipulate their own SBR to change a URS using only their concentration. Sounds amazing, right? And it is. And don't go thinking you can make all kinds of energy. All psychics have a URS that they have a natural affinity to. Psychics are categorized by their URS, and as of right now, it is unclear if any psychics can align themselves with more than one URS. There are 8 URS types that have been discovered, so let's go over them here. H-type, heat. E-type, electricity. I-type, ice. A-type, air. S-type, seismic. L-type, light. And V-type, kinetic or vicious if you're from Norway and Denmark. And don't worry, the government won't take you away, so long as you live under the banner of the UWSG. You have the same rights as any of your peers, with the added bonus of having some quirky abilities. See? Not so scary now, is it? So don't look so down. Go on and get out there. And remember to use your psionics responsibly.
After taking into account the new member, we only have enough rations for 2 days. 3 if we're careful.
Seems we ought to move then.
Doesn't look like we have much of a choice.
We have a couple of viable options. Just depends what direction we want to go. West or south.
I have a suggested course of action.
I got mine.
Go.
If we take Route 41 east, we may have better luck looking through some of the smaller cities for supplies.
They're along the coast, though. If we're attacked, we have no escape route to the north. Our backs will be to the water. If we head south, there's an old military base. Inlaid security, good visibility.
And it's particularly far away. I would estimate about maybe 8 hours of walking without breaks. That storm will be on top of us before we make it.
Look, there's a lot of unnecessary risk if we keep hopping from one town to the next. The base may still have some old coffers with some supplies, and given it's more inland, we have more options to run if we need to.
While that is true, Mr. Franklin, if this base provides security, then surely it would guarantee running into any malicious group who would think the same.
No one in their right mind wouldn't go there, but we won't have to spend too much time trying to fortify anything. Plus, look at this. There's some small towns just south of there. More chances to find supplies.
I've heard all I needed to. Tonic, gather all of the supplies we have left. We're heading to the base.
Right away, Lady Vila.
Is there something I can help you with, Franklin?
Just so we're clear, you agree that the kid is a part of this group, right, Vila?
Tess is an unknown variable, and a sudden one at that. With that said, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't intrigued by him. He's a unique monster to say the least.
I see.
Don't push your luck, Franklin. You dragged it into this mess. You take care of it. Or I will.
You got it, boss.
I couldn't sleep much today. Frankie's words echoed around in my head over and over. How could I have missed an entire year of my life? What crazy world did I wake up in? Maybe this is some kind of nightmare? Whenever I close my eyes, I keep thinking of that thing chasing me. The sharp teeth ripping through my flesh and snapping my bone as if it was nothing. But what keeps me up the most is the sound of my own arm regrowing the veins and tendons of my hand. The feeling of the cold winter air piercing my muscles. What has the world come to? How did this happen? And why is it so hot in here?
It's probably due to your abnormal body temperature.
Ah! I nearly jumped out of my skin when Dr. Virtua appeared out of nowhere. How long has she been here?
Oh, sorry. Did I frighten you?
Of course you did! You almost gave me a heart attack!
Really? Then let me check your vitals to compare what a human's vitals would be in this situation. Can I get a blood sample while I'm at it? I know, it's really early in the morning, but the earlier the better.
Can you please stop? I'm still trying to wrap my head around this whole situation. I don't need to be treated like a freak of nature.
You're no freak of nature. You're the missing link.
Isn't that the same thing?
Not at all. I'm sorry that it seems that we can't give you answers, but the truth is that this event was just as sudden for you as it was for us. I know you want answers, and it's unfair that we can't give you any, but my hope is that by understanding you, we can find any clues or even a way to reverse it.
Her normal demeanor had changed to a somber and melancholic face. It's honestly terrifying that this strange apocalypse happened so fast. What could have happened to make the world take such a drastic turn? Dr. Virtua looked at me expectantly. She seems nice. When she's not trying to treat me like a lab rat, that is. Okay, I get it, but can you at least treat me like a regular person? And give me some privacy?
But you're not a regular person.
I'm aware! I meant to... As in, maybe treat me as though I were? Please?
I promise to be a bit more careful with how I approach your current predicament.
I guess I'll take what I can get. Frankie barged into the room. That ever-present manic smile still welded on his face. He tossed me a bag. When I caught it, the bag felt bulky and awkward.
Glad you're awake, kid. Try to shake the rest of that sleep off, and let's get a move on.
Wait, what? What's going on, Frankie?
I'll tell you the details on the way. Long story short, we're shifting our base of operations southward. It's a long walk, so no time to waste.
I suppose, in some twisted way, I was rather lucky to get here when I did. Frankie had told me about the situation. At this point, I've picked up that Frankie is rather odd, at least in demeanor. He has this air of calmness, maybe even lackadaisical. But in spite of that, his actions are clearly calculating. I'm rather thankful for that trait. As I went outside, I could see Vila, Tonic, and Lori gathering supplies for the road ahead. Lori was waiting patiently. I was half expecting that she would still be the typical edgy person that was too vague to be understood. Imagine my surprise when I saw her playing around in the snow. I went up to Lori to extend an olive branch. Hi, Lori. I mean, short stack! Lori turned away from me rather quickly. I guess she still doesn't like me.
Lori.
Oh, I see. I'll use Lori from now on. I can't read her at all. Well, then again, hard to read anyone here. Well, then again, I've never really been able to read people in general.
Short Stack and I will stay in the back, along with the kid.
Very well. Tonic and I will lead the front then. Collie stays in the middle between us.
I'll be on point, Lady Vila?
You'll be on Navigator, Tonic. This isn't a debate. Unless you want to be the one holding the gun.
Absolutely not. I can't even think about pulling the trigger of one of those things, much less use one.
Then Navigator it is.
All right, let's head out.
We'd been walking south for several hours now. We passed an old sign, 553. Lori hopped onto Frankie's back like a koala. That was over an hour ago. I don't know if I'm more surprised that she isn't slipping off, or the fact that Frankie is having zero issue carrying her for that long. By this point, the snow was up to our ankles. Huh? These trees. They're bigger than usual. Something feels off. We walked down the path of the interstate. Looking up, the sky was almost blotted out by twisted and blackened branches of trees unnaturally tall. It was disorienting to see. The sky had a haze to it, like the sky had a pane of glass over it. Feeling a bit sick, I looked down at my feet. My feet are passing through the snow like it's nothing. The snow hissed and sizzled. Steam curls up from my footprints. I just don't feel cold.
May I speak to you too, Lady Vila, Mr. Franklin?
Short Stack, you stay with Miss Science and the kid. No back sass. It'll only be a minute.
Huh. They don't seem too concerned about it. Then again, they've been here for a while. They probably know what it is. Lori hopped off of Frankie's shoulders and walked toward me and Dr. Virtua. As Lori got closer, she turned her face away from me. Once again, I'm being stonewalled by a child. Dr. Virtua?
Yes, Tess?
I want to ask some questions. Dr. Virtua got close. Her eyes filled with beaming light as her enthusiastic smile threatened to swallow her face. Lori sat in the background.
But of course, my dear child. A curious mind is a growing one.
I staggered a bit. Her energy is off-putting. Right. Anyway, I meant to ask this earlier, but where exactly are we? As in state-wise.
Michigan.
Oh, thanks. Enigmatic as ever. Wait, Michigan? How did I end up in Michigan? The flight was from Winnipeg, so I guess we could have flown over it, but that means my flight had only been in the air for a couple hours before it crashed. Okay. Michigan. Second, I know that Frankie told me everything he knows, but what about you? What do you know? In particular, about...
About the stealth infecting the wildlife and everything around us?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, it only makes sense if I explain it like it was a virus. Whatever the cause is, it affects both flora and fauna, as well as food and water. There are only so many possibilities as to what this could be. It could be chemical, viral, or parasitic, so technically an unending list of possibilities.
Which is why you're so desperate to experiment on me.
Precisely.
Wonderful. Well, that doesn't help me much. The snow's falling harder. Shouldn't we probably—
I was about to say the same thing. Hey, Vila.
I know. We're not too far from Sands. We can wait out the storm there. Let's pick up the pace.
Our walk turned into a jog into a run, and eventually a full-on sprint as the snow fell harder and harder. Every step taken, visibility became worse. Vila's silhouette was hard to make out only after a few minutes. Lori clung to Frankie tighter. Even with a child on his back, he was still almost outrunning me. There's that sound again. Even through the wind, I can still hear it. Almost as loud as it was the first time around. Wait. Almost as loud? It has to have been at least 30 minutes since—
We're at Sands. Everyone get in the warehouse. Frankie, you and me first to clear it.
On it.
Cully, Tess, keep your eyes peeled.
Frankie and Tonic pried open one of the warehouse doors. We ran in as fast as we could.
Okay. I think we're clear.
Phew.
Okay, let's start getting secure. Tonic, could you start handing out the supplies?
Of course.
The blizzard's fury raged on outside as Vila shut the door. This blizzard really came out of nowhere. Dr. Virtua and Lori were shivering as she came into the room. I don't think I've ever ran so hard in my life. I'm almost out of breath.
I take it you never ran track, huh?
Yeah! That's putting it lightly.
Stick around long enough. You'll be the most fit you've ever been.
Sure. Frankie took out an H-cell modified into a small pocket furnace. He handed it to Dr. Virtua and Lori first.
Me and Vila will secure the area. Short stack, make sure that Yaps, Spineless, and the kid are safe.
Yaps? Spineless? What are these nicknames? Frankie left with Vila to the inner maze of the warehouse. Due to the blizzard, we weren't able to see how big this place was. Tana came up to me. Not even a hair out of place, yet we just ran so far. That's amazing.
Apologies for Mr. Franklin. He insists on using these juvenile nicknames to refer to people. Are you all right, young Tess?
It's no problem. I'm fine. Thank you, Tonic. I'm honestly amazed at how calm you all conduct things.
I suppose it's become a habit to act like this. Sometimes I worry what will happen once things return to normal.
I have no doubt that we'll integrate into society fine after all this. I hear that PTSD is the trend nowadays.
And who exactly did you hear this from?
Can't I have my secrets too, Tonic?
A small chuckle got me. I wasn't expecting them to be so relaxed in this situation. Tonic and Virtua smiled as they heard me laugh. I guess they were trying to put me at ease. I'm kind of amazed you guys can joke like this. With the tension of yesterday, the sudden storm, the shortage of food, and this strange noise from earlier, I'm amazed you guys can keep composure. You guys are awesome!
Strange noise. What noise do you mean?
You know, the strange noise when we were traveling down the road? The strange choking sound? You talked to Vila and Frankie about it when we were on the road.
I was talking to Lady Vila and Franklin about changing directions since we were heading right into the storm.
No. You must have heard the sound too. Otherwise... Ah! Something hit the metal door with enough force to leave a bowling ball-sized dent in it. It kept thrashing at the door. The sounds from the other side were ear-piercing. Unimaginable. The dents multiplied in a matter of moments.
We need to leave this room
now.
We ran out of the room as fast as possible. Entering the hallway, we slammed right into Frankie and Vila.
The hell's happening?
It's a...
Shit!
Mr. Franklin, are you all right?
Damn it, the casing's cracked. Get to the cell and shut it down.
It touched?
It stopped.
It's not attacking? It stopped moving after Vila as well. Lori!
Over here!
What are you... It did it again? It went after Dr. Virtua. After... It's the noise. It's attracted to the noise! Hey, Ugly! Over here!
This way, dull eyes.
Looking the wrong way, Raspy!
Wrong way.
I get it. Over here, Buster.
What are you doing?
Keep talking.
Nope, over here!
This way, Mr. Monster.
Over here,
Looking the wrong
Buster.
way, Raspy! The entire room went dark. That thing kept thrashing its arms and ramming its body into the units and the shelves. I lost track of everyone except for Lori. The crashing stretched on forever. Until there was nothing. A small amount of light was peering into the room, just enough to make out the edge of Lori's face. I look at Lori. She's a bit rough, but overall she's fine. The unnerving silence was deafening. I could tell just from looking at Lori that we were thinking the same thing. Was it gone? If it isn't, it's not even safe to move. After a while, me and Lori peer into the small hallway where the light is